If you think Amazon ads, book ads are just for big publishers, sit down, get cozy, get yourself a drink of water, think again. With the right strategy, you as a self-publisher can turn ads into passive income machines. Okay, this is what I've been doing for the past 3 years. I'm going to talk about the 5 simple steps to make money with Amazon ads, and it's something that you can do every single day. Okay, now my first campaign, I made $3 that whole month, and I've scaled it to $211,000. So let's dive into it. My name is Jenny Hansen Lane. I've published over 600 books on Amazon. I have sold $212,000 worth of book sales on Amazon. And I'm going to break down the 5 things that you need to understand about Amazon ads. Okay. So the most important one to understand is how Amazon ads work. It is unlike any other platform because it is really low competition. I like to look around, like, are any of my Facebook media buyer friends looking around? Because I've had people join my program for ads that teach Facebook ads, and they go on to run ads for other people because it is a really in-demand niche. It's a really in-demand service. When I learned book ads, I learned it from someone that had never even published a book. So I felt like that was a disadvantage a little bit because I can actually I'll get into that. I can use the data in Amazon ads to make more books. Okay, I just gave away a huge secret at the beginning of the video. Thanks for being here. Number 1, how Amazon ads work. They are a pay per click. So imagine your book, Amazon, Biff Bezos gives you a free billboard. And he's like, here you go. Go, I will show this. You turn on ad, I will show this everywhere. I will put this in a lot of different places so you can find your customer. You're not paying for impressions. On Facebook, if you look sideways at Mark Zuckerberg, he charges you $1. Ugh, it's disheartening, right? So you only pay when someone clicks. How powerful is that? I've had ads on for 3 years, and there's some that don't get clicks for weeks, and then all of a sudden it gets $100 worth of sales. It's like a bulk order. But I didn't pay until someone touched the book. So you don't pay unless someone clicks it. So it's like a free billboard otherwise. So this is a tool to buy visibility, to get on the first pages of searches, and to chase other books. Did you know that you can target any product on Amazon with book ads? It's incredible. Okay. Number 2, the second step in making money with Amazon ads is optimizing your listing. Okay. So that means that you know who you're talking to on your description. That means that you have A+ content on your book, your sales page. If you're like, what is A+ content? I'll put a video. You can search my name for A+ content, and I have a video on that. Amazon wants to sell more books, and they want to sell them with A+ content, and that's why they just released AI, okay, which is really, really powerful. So you can literally plug in your ASIN, your book identification number, and it will generate the cover of your book and put it on your sales page as A+ content. So that is an incredible, incredible, incredible benefit, okay? So make sure you have a cover and make sure you're using customer search terms from Beth Bezos so that you know that Amazon can find your customers for you, okay? When we do this, it gives us the chance of more discoverability, which is everything that we want, right? Not only do we want an asset that makes us money, but we want it to make money while we sleep. We want it to make money when we're at the beach frolicking with our kids, watching them crash into the waves and jump over, who knows what in the ocean. So understand that this is a bigger picture. When you're feeling lazy and you don't want to put anything on your book listing, think about being at the beach and it being funded because you had passive income, okay? Number 3, when you turn on an ad, always start with the automatic ad. We might have some YouTube fights. Should we do a YouTube battle? Anyone within the sound of my voice, there's so many videos out there that are go to Fiverr and hire someone and have them look up your book and put 1,000 keywords in there. And then, you know what happens when you turn on a campaign with 1,000 keywords? You have your 40 cents that you were going to give to Beth Bezos, and then all of a sudden you have to chop that 1,000 ways and try to get a sell. No. How I sold $211,000 is that I turned on an automatic ad and I let Amazon, the smartest algorithm for buyers, I let them do the work. Wouldn't they know who the customer is better than someone on Fiverr? Yes. Yes, please. Thank you. Okay. I start with a low bid, but I start with a high budget because I want to tell Beth Bezos that I'm willing to spend money to make money. Okay. This gives us real world data as we do this because we can see the impressions and we can see the clicks and we can see the sales. Okay. This also increases our organic sales. So it is so powerful. The fourth thing that we want to focus on is the data that we're actually getting when we turn on ads. And so you can actually export your campaigns and your data into a spreadsheet where you can study on what is working. Now, the important part about me scaling to $211,000, starting with the $3.73 royalty, is that I used customer search terms to do it. When Beth Bezos told me, hey, someone is clicking on your book and buying it from this phrase, and that wasn't really on my book anywhere, I went and made another book and turned on ads and it started selling without reviews. Okay. Now, reviews do help. Reviews do matter, but I just want you to, I don't want you to get hung up on like, I feared that I'm going to mess up, so I'm not even going to try. What? You would never let your kids do that. You would never, there's no one that you love, you would let sit on the sideline like that. So we're not going to do that. As part of our self-love, we're going to take action and we're going to try it out, right? And so I want you to understand that you can always monitor an ad and you can always turn off an ad if it's not working, okay? And so once you see something that is working, then you move to manual campaigns to scale those puppies to the moon, where you see, oh, a customer is buying from this area, or a customer does want to buy my book after they see that my competitor's book. You can turn on an ad just to target your competitor's book. Super, super powerful, okay? The fifth part of scaling Amazon ads and getting to that $211,000 mark is simply scaling what is working. And what that looks like is you're going to increase your budget on the ads that are working well. When you have a low A cost, you're going to increase the daily budget. You're going to increase the daily bids, and you're going to watch those over the next 3 or 4 hours to see how they work. If you get those good results, you keep going, okay? And then pretty soon you find a place, maybe you get to like 60, 80 cents and you're not making as much money, you can always scale back. So there really is no permanency when it comes to ads. A lot of testing will give you your answers to find those winning niches for your books, okay? So I want you to pay attention to your cost of sell, and that is what your royalty is. Amazon's not going to tell you this because we're doing book ads, but when you can focus on, you know that you make $6 profit and you put in $4, you know that you have $2 to either put back in ads or put towards a new book, okay? I typically like to put it back into my ads. So Amazon ads aren't magic, but when you do them right, they are money machines. They are magical for self-publishers like myself. I have a training coming up about how I crossed $211,000 with a $47 budget. It was my first 60 days of royalties that I put into my ads. And so if you found this helpful, I just want you to remember that your book deserves a buyer, right? And Amazon ads can help you speed that up. So here's another video that YouTube is suggesting. Please put in the comments what has helped you about this video, about getting comfortable. This is kind of like my pep talk to pump you up, to get you comfortable with turning on ads. You can make more money and have more passive income. Love you. See you in the next video.